went out like a real crash dummy. And after all that, boy, you still signed to me?
Wow.
You learned from your daddy, so I guess that is hereditary. I'm that same nigga that put money on your commissary. A nigga pen to the paper, but it's under duress. The head nigga in charge, it's my name on the check.
It's Focus Connect back in the building. And I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Like and subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments and let me know how you feel about the situation. Whether you agree or disagree with my take on the situation. But as we all know, Gucci Mane dropped this song, Crash Dummy. And a lot of us can relate that Gucci Mane is telling the absolute truth about what he's saying in this song. Gucci Mane said Pooh Shiesty is a crash dummy. He said Big 30 is a flunky and a junkie. He said he must have learned from his daddy. And Gucci Mane say he's still getting paid off Pooh Shiesty. So when you really think about it, Pooh Shiesty was a crash dummy in that situation. Now, I'm gonna keep it real when it come down to Big 30 and all them other guys being involved in the situation after seeing Big 30 lawyers speak on their angle of it. And when you look at it from the aspect that all his lawyers keep saying is he's trying to prove that this wasn't a premeditated situation. His whole angle is going to be to prove that they didn't leave Memphis and come to Dallas to do what happened to Gucci Mane. And I'm gonna break that down because I can see it from Pooh Shiesty angle, from Big 30 angle, and all them guys angle on one side. Because if you with your homeboys and y'all living a street lifestyle, y'all hit licks, y'all taking stuff from people, and y'all living behind the gun, you have to understand that if one person in your clique pull his pistol out and say it's up, everybody else is gonna say it's up and they gonna be a part of the situation because we came together and we leaving together. That's the street mentality. I wanna see you survive in every situation, whether it's good or bad. And a lot of people have always said, I'm with you wrong or right. So I think this one of them situations that even if these guys didn't go to do this, they was putting in a situation where they had to have Pooh Shiesty back if he was the aggressor in this situation. Now, honestly, I feel sorry for Pooh Shiesty, and I only feel sorry for Pooh Shiesty because of the parents that he got. I feel like Pooh Shiesty parents failed him. When I heard what his mama had to say on the first beginning of first day out, and then when I see the criminal history that his father had, and everything is built around street reputations, what more did we expect from Pooh Shiesty? Did we expect him to be a logical thinker when he had to become that based on his own intuition? He's supposed to be taught that by his parents and by the environment that they create within the household, not the environment that you living in of what's going on outside in the neighborhood. So I blame Pooh Shiesty parents more than anything, especially with his father being involved and being on the scene of it. Looking at people calling Gucci Mane a snitch, that's neither here nor there. Because at this point, Gucci Mane is sitting in the seat of an executive. Gucci Mane is sitting in the seat of where he have to produce based on loans he got from Atlantic to push this label forth. And Pooh Shiesty is Gucci Mane's cash cow. So for Pooh Shiesty to walk in here and try to hold this man under duress to sign a contract, that goes against everything business. Because y'all looking at Pooh Shiesty like a rapper, but by Pooh Shiesty understanding that he is a brand, Pooh Shiesty is a businessman as well. He just didn't operate like one. Looking at people saying that Gucci Mane's wife, they keep criticizing his wife and this situation that's going on with his marriage. Y'all have to tap into the history of Gucci Mane. If y'all can remember, and I can't remember Gucci Mane's homeboy name, but back when Young Jeezy put that hit on Gucci Mane for somebody to take his chain, and Pookie Loc ended up losing his life because he was the person who tried to actually take the chain. When Pookie Loc lost his life, Gucci Mane got a homeboy that was on the scene that he was the actual person that took Pookie Loc's life. And this guy also was saying that Gucci Mane was having mental episodes back then to where Gucci Mane wasn't taking his medicine. So Gucci Mane already was prescribed medicine for a certain mental condition. So now when we look at the label we gave Gucci Mane as being the boogeyman of hip hop, how do we know Gucci Mane even wanted that title? Gucci Mane was doing things in the streets and in the industry that people put that title on Gucci Mane because of the things he was doing. But with me knowing that Gucci Mane was supposed to be taking medicine back then that he wasn't taking, maybe that was the side effects of him not taking the medicine, being angry and being very aggressive towards other individuals. And anybody that's been under Xanax, and I don't know if that was what he was prescribed, y'all know the side effects of Xanax. It have you under those same type of conviction. Me looking at where Gucci Mane is right now with his wife saying that she's making sure she take his medicine and she's operating under a guardian capacity for her husband. We got to keep in mind, this man's wife. I know many relationships of guys that smoke crack and they got a level-headed wife that go to work every day and they make sure that person is maintained, make sure they still look nice, make sure they still look neat, keep food in their belly. I know alcoholics whose wives serve them in the same capacity. That's the same thing like a mental illness. Your wife having to have your back and clean up where you mess up. So Gucci Mane found a good thing when he found his wife because Gucci Mane's wife is filling in the gap and keeping Gucci Mane from crashing out. You can't do nothing but applaud that. And the fact that Gucci Mane can acknowledge that the best thing going for him is having the type of wife that's gonna look out for him like this, he needs to get applause from the black community. But us looking at this situation and only looking at it from an angle of Gucci Mane is a snitch. Oh, he ain't the person he used to be. Man, you show me a person that's 46, 47, close to 50, that's still thinking the same way they was when they were 18 and 19, when they was out here without no family, when they was out here without no type of structure, full of lean, full of all type of drugs, and not taking the medicine that's prescribed to you by a doctor because you got mental disabilities. Make it make sense, man. We really don't think about the things that we be saying, man. I understand the entertainment aspect. I understand a lot of people upload videos based on the shock factor and upload videos based on just trying to get paid. But man, we gotta start looking at situations from a real way, man. This stuff is real. We looking at celebrities as if they something bigger than the program. These people are still human beings. Gucci Mane had on damn near $500,000 worth of jewelry. The only way you can get paid off the insurance on jewelry, even if a person breaking your house, any insurance, the only way you can get paid is if you file a police report. And then I'm looking at these lawyers that's getting up doing these press conferences, and then they try to throw shots out here to let the world know that, yeah, Gucci Mane cooperated without actually saying it. I respect Gucci Mane a whole lot for making this song and standing on it, instead of trying to hide behind it, getting in front of it and letting it be known. I'm a businessman. And he expressed everything that any businessman would express. So I don't see this as a cop-out. I think if Gucci Mane knew what was up with Pooh Shiesty, he would have dealt with that situation a whole different way. But when you look at it from the street angle, you can't never forget slippers gold. But I applaud any man on this earth, black, white, or Mexican, or whatever, that stand on what he believe in. Now, what Gucci Mane believed in 06 may not be the same thing Gucci Mane believe in today. Because we saw a lot of killers turn Muslim. We saw killers turn Christian. We saw killers turn preachers. And they live their life in a positive way in this day and time, man. So sometimes, man, you gotta release the restrictions of holding a person to a street reputation when that person probably was doing what they had to do. And in this situation, Gucci Mane probably did a lot of things that he wasn't even aware of. And once he ended up having that reputation, Gucci Mane stepped into it because that reputation got him paid. That reputation is what got him rich. But as we can see what Gucci Mane doing right now, Gucci Mane ain't talking about nothing but money and his diamonds and his lifestyle, how he living, and his family. And then when he do speak on street situations, he talking about things that happened in the past, the things y'all glorify him for. So, you know, when we look at situations like this, man, I think you got to look at it from an isolated point of view. That Gucci Mane made a decision, he made a choice, and he can stand on that choice. Now, whatever you would have did in that situation, that's your prerogative. But man, you can't hold a person under the gauntlet for a situation that he pretty much really was left with no choice. I'm out.